It's gonna be a ride. Ride the garage gamer leads the way with his crew, then here to stay. Another late night with the garage gamer, where the fun never ends, where the fun. With Chris, Eric, Nathan, and Travis, they're your gaming friends. Chris from Soul Jackson's Media Grounds, movie reviews and gaming sounds. Eric the Professor, knowledge so deep, gaming history, secrets it keeps. Late night with the Garage Gamer, where the fun never ends, where the fun. With Chris, Eric, Nathan, and Travis, they're your gaming friends. Chris from Soul Jackson's Media Grounds, movie reviews and gaming sounds. Eric the Professor, knowledge so deep, gaming history, secrets he keeps. Late night with the Garage Gamer, where the fun never ends, where the fun. With Chris, Eric, Nathan, and Travis, they're your gaming friends. Nathan the 8-bit legend, old school cool, retro games, he's the rule. Travis the PC master, tech so fine, building rigs, crossing a line. Late night with the Garage Gamer, where the fun never ends, where the fun. With Chris, Eric, Nathan, and Travis, they're your gaming friends. So grab your snacks and settle in. The Garage Gamer show is about to begin. Late night with the Garage Gamer, let the gaming fun begin.
What up, everybody? Late Night Live, episode 70. And we should have a good show for you tonight. A lot of stuff to talk about. Eric is running late, but he will be here eventually. But everyone else is here. 8-bit gaming legend, Dathan, what's going on, buddy?
Not a whole lot. How is everybody in class today? Hope everyone's had a good week and ready for a good weekend, I hope.
Yeah.
Yep.
You play any games last week?
I played some Assassin's Creed. I'm trying to just chunk that game out as much as I can. And I played some Expedition 33, and I think I got to that part where Travis was talking about, everything is good up until you get to a point, and then you just get your ass kicked.
So just continually, is that right? Like
Yeah.
it just goes difficulty, then it
Product
goes
not yet
difficulty.
rated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. So so I do have a question for you, Dathan. Like, because some of the reviews that I saw said if you like games that rely on parry mechanics, then you'll like it. But if you're a gamer who doesn't like parrying or isn't good at it, which to me is kind of weird because you just push buttons either way, attack or parry, then you won't like it. So do you fall into one category of gamer than the other?
Not necessarily. I mean, the parry system is you basically just have to figure out how the enemy is going to attack, because they can attack quick, they can attack slow, they can do multiple attacks, and it's just a matter of if you want to try to parry it or if you want to try to block it or jump or whatever. But you can put it. I'm not playing like you can play it on story mode, and it's a lot easier. But I'm playing it on
just on normal, right?
Just on normal, not the hardest one, but just the average one, I guess.
Yeah, I always play them on normal. I was just curious because it is interesting. And so I was talking with another friend, and I was like, I don't usually like games that require parrying, dodging, things like that. And he called me out on it because he's like, you liked this game, and this game, and they all relied heavily on that, especially the play style you played. So I just didn't really think about it because it's just combat. But I always thought I didn't like parrying in games and that I was usually more aggressive. But of recent, I guess I'm a little bit more that way.
See, I've been playing in story mode, and the only thing I've noticed different from story to normal is the enemies don't hit as hard. So the time is exactly the same for dodging, jumping, parrying in story mode as it is in the regular.
Yeah.
That's all I've noticed so far.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Ryan, am I reading this right?
You guys, I gotta put a reaction chat in some of these other rooms, and they started talking about the Transformers movie.
Yeah, I was gonna check out Gallagher's stream earlier, but I got sidetracked with some stuff. And I didn't
No,
get a chance.
they're all like, "Oh, this is the most amazing movie of all time." Maybe you'll say that, but it's like it's good, but it's not like the best movie I've ever seen. So I gave it a 7. I think 7 is good.
You wouldn't even bump it to a 7.2?
Maybe.
Okay.
I could be convinced.
What movie would qualify for a 10 out of 10 for you? I've
can't
got a
do
list
that.
of I've got a list of maybe like 9 or 10 movies that are 10 out of 10.
Yeah, well, I have to think about it.
I have no 10 out of 10 movies that I can think of.
I've got a couple. I think like Transformers the movie is the 1990 Ninja Turtle movies. That's a 10 out of 10 for me.
No way.
Yeah.
Those
Hold on,
are
I'll be right back.
terrible.
The first one, the 1990 Ninja Turtle movie,
Oh man,
that is a 10 out of 10, straight up 10 out of 10.
No way.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's I don't know how it could not be a 10 out of 10.
Is that the one that has the Vanilla Ice song in it, or
No,
is
that's
that?
no, that's number
The
2,
second one.
Oh, okay, yeah, that one's bad.
which is an 11 out of 10.
And then there's 3 where they go to like Japan or something, do time travel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool as Ice is a 12 out of 10.
Anyway, but yeah, sometimes I just like to chat and put things in the chat room so I get my comments read. And you can't have everyone agree with you all the time, right?
You're
Right,
riling these
Chris?
people
Like,
up, though.
No,
How are they going to
but
sleep?
I mean, I'm curious to know what a 10 out of 10 movie would be in your case. What movie is so good that you could watch it again and again, and then you could have it in the background while you're doing something else?
I don't know.
No,
Not
Nathan, you
Transformers,
got
though.
to ask him. You got to ask him what other movies are 7 out of 10s.
Oh, that's
Because then you
a
can
fair
see,
question.
yeah, because
Fair
then you can
question.
see like whether you consider that even close to the same rating scale. Maybe all of his 7 out of 10s for you are 10 out of 10s.
Well,
or
I mean,
worse, maybe they're 4 out of 10s.
if we go off Rotten Tomatoes logic, that's 100% 7 out of 10.
How
6
many
out of
Adam
10?
Sandler movies would you give 7 out of 10?
Jaws is actually a solid 9.
Goodfellas is not a 7 out of 10. It's close to a 10 out of 10.
Goodfellas, I would give Goodfellas a 9 out of 10.
It's as close to a 10 out of 10. That and The Jerk. Those are my two as close to 10 out of 10 as I'm going to get.
I would put Die Hard at a 9.5.
Yeah, I've only seen it once.
A 9.5 out of 10.
Okay. Not 9.75? It's got too big of a
I don't do
flaw.
like the 9.2s. It's got to be just straight 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Like 5, like 7.5, 5.5.
That's just rough, though, because you don't have the degrees of, I goofed up and gave this a 9.5, and it's clearly better than this, and I don't want to give it a 10, because where can I go from there?
That's true.
That's why you got to have the gradient scales between these.
Sure. I'll give Die Hard a 10 out of 10 as long as you admit it's not a Christmas movie.
That's a Christmas movie.
Christmas movie.
That will never ever happen.
If we were ranking Christmas movies alone, then that narrows the field, and it would be a 10 out of 10. I would have to give it that.
But that topic is for Christmas time, for December.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. When we come back in December, then we'll talk about it.
We could do best Easter movie.
Or, I mean, we could be at Walmart and we could
What
talk
is the
about
best
Christmas
Easter
since
movie?
they're already doing that.
Yeah.
Everyone's got
Anyway,
an
that's
opinion on
been my
this.
week. So, Chris, how about you?
I finished South of Midnight,
Nice.
and I'm kind of in the same boat as Meatball Saucy in that it's a 4 out of 10. If you play the game and stop at chapter 10 after you beat the boss in that's a solid 7 game. But the last 4 chapters, It's the same exact fight sequences over and over. Nothing really changes. The story drags on, and there's no like actual. It doesn't feel like there's any conclusion at the end of it. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, that's
So
what
it
we
goes
get.
from a 7 out of 10 to what?
I'd give it a 4.
So a Spice World. It
Yeah.
drops from Transformers 76 to
Stop
Spice World.
spending your money
crazy.
on stupid
Yeah.
shit.
And what's really funny is I found out that in the settings there's a mode you can turn on to skip all fights and all boss fights.
Really?
So last 2 chapters of the game, every time I got into a fight, because they had no new mechanics after chapter 9, everything's the exact same. Fight sequences just get repetitive. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I just skipped the rest of the fights.
We
For
can
the
give
last
them
2
their
chapters.
VHS porno collection, you know.
I also went back to Cinema 2. Cinema Saga Hellblade 2
Yeah.
on the Xbox because I never beat that one. So went back and played a couple hours of that. So, and of course we got Doom coming out next week. So it's like, do I jump back into Expedition 33 when I'm just going to go straight to Doom Dark Ages?
All right,
The review
Chris.
embargo got lifted today, so I actually thought maybe it released today and I didn't know it.
Chris, what would you rank the Transformers movie?
86? That's a solid 9.
Really?
Yeah, the music makes it a solid 9. If you take the music out, I'd
Jesus
probably
Christ,
give
my
it an
God.
8 out of 10 because it's still a solid movie, but that music makes it a solid 9.
It's good. No, someone was saying, isn't there's also the Weird Al music in that movie?
Yeah, when they go to Trash Planet.
All right, so I'll bump it up to a 7.5 for that, but yeah. Good to see Dark Empire in the chat. Billy Woods Mods, thank you for being here. Gallagher Guy 88, we were watching your show earlier, so that's why we're kind of talking about movies, I guess. Jason Little Alien, what's going on, man? Thor KC, J Rod, what's going on? The Cornercade, what's going up? Let's effing go. And did I miss anybody? Let me know. Travis,
Good evening.
how was your week?
It was good.
Yeah, saying spirits, going on, man.
Yeah, I played Indiana Jones and made it to I think the 3rd act in that now. So
We're back.
yep, go for it. So I thought that it was I think so far it's okay. Did you guys beat the boxing matches? Speaking of parrying and all of that.
I think I did one, and after that I was done.
No, I beat every one of them.
Yeah, so did I. But that is an example of a parry mechanic combat, right? Because if you
Sure.
try to just punch the guys, then you're
Yeah.
done. You know, so it's
Yeah.
constant. It's just parry.
It's definitely a thing. Like once you figure it out, I found them like really easy.
The very last guy gave me difficulty. The very last one, number 6 or whatever,
Yeah.
in the Nazi camp, he gave me difficulty. Other than that, yes, all the other ones were easy. His problem was maybe I was kind of tired of just doing it. Like maybe I was kind of over it and not really paying that much attention to it. So that could have been it. But it also seemed like randomly he would just pummel the heck out of you and you'd just be done. Like he was like a 2-shot and you were dead sort of guy.
They should have made it more interesting. Like, I don't know, like maybe the other guy has like a crowbar or something, and you gotta.
Yeah, it kind of was just an odd mini game.
Yeah.
You know, in there, and it's fine. It's fine being in there. It's okay. But yeah, I was curious about that. And then I thought that you guys had asked if I got to the dark room or something because you were alluding to something about it.
You know,
but I
it's
told you
the
guys
it's the room
stop.
in Cairo. You're in a
In
cave.
Egypt. Yeah.
Yeah, and
right.
it's dark.
Yep. Yeah. I
And
got
then
there.
there's this creature coming after you
The
in the
boss
dark.
guy. Yeah.
Okay, you What'd you think of that?
Nothing. It was over
nothing.
before I knew it. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
to me, it was obvious what you needed to do,
Yeah.
and then I just shot him a few times and he was dead. Like that was kind of so I didn't know what because I thought that I had said something that you guys were like, oh, well, wait till you get to this part because you're not going to like it or something. I thought that it was alluding that.
I don't think we didn't say you weren't going to like it.
Okay. So did it give you guys more difficulty than that?
But, I spent maybe 10 minutes on it, but I thought it was cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was okay. My biggest knock on that game is sometimes I want to play a game and not watch a movie. And it definitely has very, very long cutscenes where my wife actually saw and
Yeah.
she's like, "Are you watching a movie or playing a game?" And I said, "I'm playing a game." And she said, "Huh?" And then walked off.
Yeah, blurred the lines there.
Yeah, because
crazy.
you are just sitting there, like, you're just sitting there watching it for quite some time. It's got the longest cutscenes I can remember of a game of recent time.
Well,
So.
speaking of things that blur the line, did you watch this
Robin
trailer?
Thicke?
Do you know what I'm talking about here?
Oh, stupid game Grand Theft Auto again.
I don't care. Don't care.
So Dathan doesn't care. Travis is
Don't
out.
care.
I went and touched grass.
Yeah, and Chris hates this game.
Yeah. I mean, look at it. It just looks awful.
You get all hot, sweaty. No, this is very. I don't know. I've watched this a couple times now, and this looks really good, you guys. I guess I'm all alone here, and Eric would probably back me up either, but I can't.
No,
I think that
Eric I think that our views would align on this, which is I don't really find it fun to play the bad guys that I have like no empathy or like no rooting interest for. In Grand Theft Auto games, when I've played them, have never made me actually have a reason to want to play the character. They've always been crappy characters surrounded by crappy people that I wouldn't want in my life.
Yeah, but I've known Chris for a long time, and
nudie magazines.
I've known Chris here for a long time, and I've kept him around. So
that's fair. It's fair, but yeah, that's always been my thing with Grand Theft Auto, and I've given them a try because they get a ton of hype around them. But every time I'm like, and this is coming from a guy who really liked TIE Fighter back in the day. I really liked. I've even played the bad guys in like the Star Wars games. I've chosen the evil path throughout those, but they always do a decent job of making it compelling. These games, maybe it's because they're too realistic and this stuff semi happens in real life, but it's glamorized, that I don't find it an escape from reality. So why would I do it? It's just crappy people doing crappy things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see your point.
Yeah. That's why like I'm always just I'm out. Now, if the reviews come around and it's like Goodfellas, which you could call me a hypocrite on because I just said that it's like a 9 movie. The thing that Martin Scorsese does tremendously well in his storytelling that these games fail to do is they give a compelling reason with the character's backstory to make you sympathize and root for the character to a degree. These games lack that. Except Joe Pesci, right? But he's more of a villain in those movies, right? And he's the chaos that's in there that actually makes you feel bad a little bit more for Henry and the guys. So that's my problem with these games. Is just that, like I said, there's just never been any compelling reason for me to play them from the story.
What's going on, Eric?
Hey, buddies.
I'm going to turn down your mic a little bit.
My hot mic.
Yeah. There you go. Try talking now.
You're good.
What's going on? How was your week?
Good. Yeah, I had a good week. Sorry, I'm late.
Did you watch the GTA trailer? Are you hyped, or are you not interested whatsoever?
I caught the tail end of the Travis rant, and I'm also 100% on board with that. So
it doesn't need another year. Doesn't it need it's not exactly. Well, no, is it actually 12 months? When is
I
this
thought they
gonna?
said another year. Yeah.
When is it? What's the date on this, Chris?
I thought it was May 26th of 2027.
Okay, maybe it is another year then.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna polish it. So anyway, the conversation I saw online with this is a lot of people were just Googling to see if this was actually real gameplay, and it turns out, according to Rockstar, it is direct from the PlayStation 5. I'm not sure if this was on PlayStation 5 Pro or regular.
They said it was the base system.
So great. And then the other thing was, now that there's been a delay on this game, that other game studios are kind of panicking now because they don't want to have their game come out at the same time this game is coming out, because everyone's going to buy this game, and everyone except you guys is going to buy this game and going to leave. It's going to leave. It's like when a huge movie comes out at the box office. No one's going to want to play the other games that come out that week or whatever. And there was some big shooter that Battlefield that was planning on delaying or something, or coming out earlier, because they're very worried about GTA 6 coming out at the same time. Oh, there you go. Mark Scorsese has now signed to direct and produce Grand Theft Auto 7. Good fenders. Good find there, Jason. But Chris, so you're not excited, but you're gonna play the game, right?
Yeah, I'll end up playing it when it happens. I don't know, but it's not. The hyper realism doesn't hype me up to play a game. Like it looks pretty, but I can also go outside and see a lot of pretty things too. So, and I'll end up playing it. I've played every Grand Theft Auto game. I've given them a chance. They haven't been fun for me since 4. 5, I wanted to play as what's his name? Trevor. He was the only one I wanted to play.
No, the guy that there's a lot of good stuff that happens in game that has nothing to do with Trevor.
Trevor was the only one that I found interesting.
No, the guy that's married, I can't remember his name, and he's living in the house. Yeah, it's like it has a whole like falling down kind of arc in his house, in his suburban house, and it's great. It's great storytelling. Just seeing it is what he gets cheated on, all this stuff. Going all these.
Dude, spoilers.
Yeah, well, the game's been out 10 years now.
Yeah, but I only play games that are 20 years old and older.
Oh, sorry.
It's true. Right. And yeah. And what if you said something slightly compelling to make me rethink my thing about none of the characters being likable?
Right. But anyway, they all get some good. I like good stories where the characters find some sort of, I don't know, resolution. I was gonna say revenge, but it's more than that. It's like just kind of like an overall, I don't know, cycle for their character that ties things up well. And if you're just thinking Trevor is the cool one, I think you really gotta maybe replay it, because there's some gems in there. Thor says, after 12 years going on 13, Rockstar should be happy that people are still interested in playing the game. Nobody can maintain hype for 13 years. Unless you're Rockstar.
I would be interested in playing Max Payne again.
Yeah.
They did a really good job with Max Payne.
Yeah. How would you rate Falling Down as a movie, you guys?
Falling Down?
Yeah. Did you seen Falling Down?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Because J-Rod asked. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Falling. That's what's his name? The director, the guy who did Batman. What's his name?
Tim Burton.
No.
He also did
the bad Batman.
Lost Boys.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. But I think Falling Down is his best film.
Is it better than Transformers 1986?
Not for Dathan, it isn't.
I know it's not, but
God, his
So stupid. I hate this one.
Joel
Schumacher.
Schumacher.
Joel Schumacher. Yeah, we both got it. Yeah.
Eric, did you play any video games last week?
I'm still 100% hung up on Samus Returns. It's great. I'm sucked into it. I don't want to play anything else. It's awesome.
Nice.
Not even Balatro?
No, zero Balatro. Samus Returns.
Wow.
Every moment I get. Got new tires at Les Schwab, sitting in the lobby, playing Samus Returns. Awesome.
It's
Nice.
abuse for Balatro. Perfect.
I almost had to go down to Les Schwab today. I don't know if they have Les Schwab on the East Coast or wherever
Tire
you guys
place.
are at,
Tire
but yeah,
place.
it's a tire place. I got a low air indicator on in my car today. I was like, oh man, do I have a nail in there? I'm checking
Slow
the
leak?
tires. Everything's fine, and I drive around like everything's fine, and then the indicator light went off. So I'm like, all right, are we good? Are we good?
Do you have one of those wireless pressure devices? Like there's a thing inside the tire that sends data to the computer.
Yeah, it's
sometimes those can glitch. That happened on
Yeah.
the Spider. It glitched out, and for a little while I had low pressure, but it's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, the car talk with Eric.
There we go. That'll be in the next podcast. Let's see. All right. I wanted to do okay. So this game got announced, and like this is cool to me. Gears of War Reloaded, but I'm not hyped about this one, and maybe I should be. So, are you guys hyped about Gears of War Reloaded? Apparently, there's going to be a PlayStation 5 disc copy, but there's going to be no physical copy on Xbox, which has some people said this is coming out in August, and it's going to be upgraded visuals across the board. Gears of War 1, great game. I know Chris, I think we played this together, right?
Yeah.
But
we played this one and I think the second one.
I think if it's on Game Pass, we'll check it out. But like, see, unlike GTA 6, which I am hyped to play that, like, because it's new, like this feels like, I don't know.
I think the problem with this one is if you've played it already, the story hasn't changed, and if you're someone who loves to play multiplayer, maybe updated graphics, this will be great for those people. I didn't care for the multiplayer with Gears of War.
Yeah, me neither, actually.
And so it's great, but like a lot of people have said, is why are they remastering this one for the second time when they haven't even remastered the second or third one once?
That's a good point.
So,
it was probably easy to do.
I mean, it's cool for the people who have never experienced Gears of War. It's going to be a great way for them to get into it. But I'm not hyped for
PlayStation only fans. This is your chance.
I mean, this does bring up a point. They released the highest selling games on the PlayStation 5. The top 3 spots have all been Microsoft games.
Yeah, Microsoft is making bank at PlayStation this month. Yeah, if Gears is getting a reboot, I wonder how long until Sony brings back Resistance. Yeah,
Sony won't. They didn't know what to do with Resistance game series franchise. And I actually think Resistance was a much more interesting game series than Gears of War was, but at the time they didn't know what to do with it.
If they're smart, they're going to remaster all 3. Well, there's more than 3. They did. How many did they do? 5?
They had Judgment Day, I think, and then there was 4 and 5, so I think 6.
I can't remember who was the guy that created Gears of War. Like I used to see his videos all the time. That guy
Cliff Bleszinski.
Yeah,
that guy.
And he would always talk like he was really cool. Like, yeah, you go up behind him and you get the chainsaw gun and you frag him out and blah, 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 He was pretty cool.
Cliffy B.
Yep, old Cliffy B.
I think
Yeah,
he retired
there
at
was
25.
6 of them.
But
So
anyway, all right. But it sounds like we are excited to play Doom: The Dark Ages, maybe. Kind of looks like an Instagram video, but we'll go with it.
is this a TikTok?
Right?
Targets identified.
I bought the $30 upgrade, so I'm playing this. I got my 2-day early access coming next week.
I already spent the money on the controller. I don't need to upgrade.
There you go. There you go.
Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated.
Boom! I can't wait. You got that shield is gonna come in handy. You're definitely gonna have to learn how to parry.
It's
Saying Spirits has Doom pre-ordered. Hey, I want to know is a light in this dark world? Is he gonna play? Is he gonna play this game?
it might be too dark for him. I don't know.
What if the new Pope is playing it? Would he play it then?
You know, I don't think what the Pope does has any effect on what we do.
Okay. Is he still in the chat? Anyway.
Although I've heard that Michael Jordan is hanging up in the Vatican nowadays. You know, with
Is
the
he?
new Pope. You know, they've got.
Because he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
Targets identified.
Heard he's a White Sox fan.
Oh, is he? Is he a White Sox fan too?
I'm just kidding. I don't know. If he
No one's a White Sox fan. That's
He
crazy.
is a White Sox fan.
Oh no.
The Cubs pulled the trigger too early on that, saying that he was a Cubs fan, and then his brother or whatever said no, he's a White Sox fan, always has been.
That's good. I think no one knew about that because if everyone else at the Vatican knew that he was a White Sox fan, they wouldn't let him in.
Wouldn't have picked him. Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop going to mass. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Travis.
Well, I've heard the Chicago Bears are already asking for the Pope to pray for the Bears for next season.
It is a little crazy that this Pope can speak English. So I'm
Pretty sure they can all speak English. At least for the-
Really?
He's from
They
Chicago.
never
They
chose
might be
to.
able to.
They never chose to in the past.
Well, I mean, if you're living in Rome, you probably want to speak Italian.
Yeah, it is a little cooler.
Pope Leo spoke Spanish during his initial greeting.
Did he?
Yep.
Yep.
Because
Yeah, because he lived in Venezuela or whatever for a long time. Was it Venezuela?
Peru?
Colombia,
I
somewhere
think he was in
Peru?
Peru.
Yeah, Peru. There you go.
I like how we've gone from video games to the Pope talk now. This is the Pope Hour
We
with
can
Late
talk
Night
cars.
Live.
You want to talk about cars again? I'll do that.
Technically,
Oh.
in Doom Eternal, if I recall correctly, don't they have like Archbishop enemies in aren't those the guys that are taunting you?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Sure.
I think so.
Keyboard Chris.
I'm keyboarding it.
Keyboard
I haven't
Travis,
beat
Chris.
Doom Eternal, so I just thought that I keep replaying the beginning. I thought in the beginning there was something like that.
Yeah, there is a boss called the Bishop.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell a light. What's your brother's name? A light in this dark world.
Oh, well.
I can't find him now.
The-
Oh, okay. Oh, of course.
Well, that's because he blessed it too, saying spirits. So you know he had to.
I hate this thing. Yeah, it was the peer pressure, a-hole.
Okay, and the other video I have,
This is going to require some
and I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna turn on the volume. All right, there's a new Tomb Raider Pinball FX game gonna be coming out. Are you guys hyped for this?
I
Or are you more excited about the Pope? Let's be honest.
Pinball FX is kind of cool, but I mean, there's nothing like going and playing an actual pinball machine. To
Agreed.
be totally honest, so
Pinball effects in VR is very cool.
is it?
Yeah, it actually is very cool. That being said, I really like Tomb Raider and I really like pinball, but I'm not at all excited for Tomb Raider pinball effects. And I don't know why. It just, I don't know. Their tables lately have gotten to, like, I always turn off all the extra animations and I play them like as pinball mode as I can. They get too busy with all this stuff, with just all the animations and the dizzying sort of camera angles and stuff.
Would you say it's similar to Stern's Dungeons and Dragons pinball, where it's fun to watch other people play it, but actually playing it, it's hard to like keep an eye on what's going on because there's so much to the table.
Yeah, that's probably the case. But I mean, it's not even like there's so much going on with the table, because if you look at kind of what's going on in this one here, it's a very simple looking table, right?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like Theater of Magic from back in the day, to be honest. But it's just all the extra junk animations that they throw out there. And I don't know, I just find it kind of annoying. Like, I don't know. That's a me thing, I guess. And I don't like the streaks that they always put, like the ghosting that they put on the balls and stuff like that. Like, I turned all that stuff off. And I was pretty much done with pinball effects until I did try it in VR. And then in VR it is cool. Like, it's cool. It's like standing at a table playing. It's cool.
I like the games that are real tables that they put
Yeah.
in Pinball FX, but this
All
is
the old
obviously
Williams
not that.
stuff. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with you, Ryan.
J-Rod, if the priest said that to you every time, it might have been personal. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had anyone say that to me at church. So
Ash Wednesday, cool. Every other time, you know.
Thor says, I strongly prefer the virtual pinball tables that are recreations of real tables, but I'm kind of looking forward to trying this. I was just thinking,
That's cool, Thor.
just Tomb
I
Raider,
agree.
Tomb Raider, I don't even think translates to a good pinball game. Like, I don't know.
No,
Is
I
it just
mean,
like
they're
an IP they were able to get?
Stern is
And
making pinball table out of King Kong. You know what I
They
mean?
are.
Like, what stops?
Well,
You know,
I mean, Indiana Jones, is there a pinball table for Indiana Jones?
Yeah,
yes,
there
there is.
several.
So they've already
Yeah.
done that.
Yeah, but there's a giant ball that chases him in the first movie. Come on, there's a direct correlation to pinball.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I'm just not. I don't know. It's like I said. I wish that they would do more Williams tables and more real tables. I think that that from what I've seen of the forum talk and everything, that's what people like most that they do.
What they need to do is start remastering more Stern tables.
Yeah, except I was going to say the exception to that, where people really like the pinball effect stuff. I always forget about this because I haven't played them, but the horror themed M tables that they did, people do seem really all about those.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't tried them yet. I keep forgetting.
Those are the only ones I have.
Yeah.
Is
that
the
funny?
M table,
Like,
M tables, and they're fun to play.
I got in trouble.
Uh-huh.
I got in trouble playing those games in front of my kids. My wife saw that and said I shouldn't be doing that.
Are they that graphic?
It's not too bad, but they dropped the F word.
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha.
My son knows who Chucky is now because of Pinball M.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that hyped, but maybe some of you guys in the chat. If you're hyped about that game, let me know.
Thor is.
Thor's interested. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but he wants to play it in VR just like me.
Yeah, that's true. It probably will suck on flat screen.
Did you guys see? Let's see. Is this gonna load? There we go. Nintendo is updating its EULA to crack down on emulation. I thought this was fascinating.
This is
I just read the headline. They're talking about bricking your machine.
Yeah.
That's bold.
Well, I know. I was thinking of Meatball Saucy when I read this too. Like that was exactly what he wanted to do. Was like he wanted to play any Nintendo game on his ROG Ally as much as he could and do emulation but
but they're talking about just the Switch system. So this
yeah, I know, but someone's gotta jailbreak that for the new games to come out on these other platforms is what he wants to do.
Sure.
So the person that does that and releases that, they're gonna crack down on you hard. And I know maybe Chris is the one that actually reads the user agreement every time, but
I don't. However, with my new job, I now have to read a lot of these stupid things.
they added quite a bit of texture. So they have the original one here, and then the updated one is quite a thing. You may not publish, copy, modify, reverse engineer, lease, rent. Oh, it goes on. They're gonna find you. Nintendo is they got lawyers. If you acknowledge that if you fail to comply with the foregoing restrictions, Nintendo will render your Nintendo account and or applicable Nintendo device permanently unusable in whole or in part. So, yeah. Sorry, J-Rod. You're out of luck.
Oh, yes.
It's never going to stop people. It probably won't.
Chippendales makes me read every contract nowadays.
Yeah, you better. I hope you do. That, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
He's got to keep his beard at a certain length for him to stay employed there, right?
beard to a certain length and my tits just as big as they are.
I don't. People don't want to see your tits. They just want to see your beard.
That's not what I was hearing in the Galaga Guy 88 stream.
Oh God!
People want to. The more you show off, the more viewers you get. Yeah, people. I don't know. It seems like people have short-term memory when it comes to Nintendo and how litigious that company is. Like, I love a lot of Nintendo games and products, but I also realize that is a company that all of their stuff, they are so overly protective compared to any other gaming company out there or video game developer on the planet, that if you sneeze on one of the games incorrectly, they're going to come after you. So, but every time they do something like this, people are shocked, and it's like, why? This is Nintendo. This is what they do. They've been doing this for the last 40 years and beyond. Why do you think this is suddenly new? Oh, you were talking about women, J-Rod? Damn it. That's why my viewer count's not going up.
It's not new, but this is a new step for them to be able to brick your machines, because they've never done that before, and to my knowledge. And that'd be a first for any kind of console.
I want to say that they actually there have been at least the online features they've shut off for a lot of people who have emulated with previous systems. And I don't think it's just Nintendo that's done it either. I want to say Microsoft has done it in the past with the 360. They were doing it to people.
I know
Mod.
if you cheat on Call of Duty and stuff, that's what I always hear about. Is they'll shut down your account for that. But
I think that was back in the day. Now they don't care if you cheat on Call of Duty because nobody plays that game that isn't cheating.
okay.
Wow, the land of make believe.
Anyway,
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, because I imagine if you don't have your Switch 2 connected online and you mod it, they're not going to be able to break the system.
the other thing this week too is a lot of people's Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders were canceled if you went with Walmart, and hopefully
Anybody we know?
no one I know. I
Last
checked with my
week's-
wife; hers is still good to go.
Okay.
Last week's
So-
show was full of people getting Switch 2s, I thought.
Yeah. I did also get an invite from Nintendo to actually buy a system. When was that? Yesterday, or did you get one?
What does that mean?
Is I registered with them? I don't know, a couple months ago to get an email to buy a system directly for them.
Mhm.
And what I want to do is just buy the GameCube controller, but you can't do that by itself till the 13th.
Mhm.
So
Have you considered just playing it? It's right there. Just
I don't have a GameCube anymore. If I do, it's up in my attic somewhere.
fair.
Plus,
Can't play it on the go.
it's true you can't play the GameCube on the go.
100%.
Hmm. It's good to see Dark Empire in the chat. I never see you in the chat, man. That's good. You're staying up late for us. We appreciate it. But that's about all I have for you guys tonight. I don't know. Talk about all the tariff stuff too. Big Bad Toy Store was saying that if you had ordered some stuff this or today before, I don't know, when was the cutoff time, Dathan? But
Today.
yeah, you don't get any tariff charges. So I'm excited for that. That was a good little ray of sunshine, yeah, that we saw. So all the
Yeah,
Transformers that you ordered, you're not gonna have to pay more if you had already ordered them by today.
it's kind of affected me a little bit. David, my brother, if you're watching, watch something else. So,
Oh,
spoilers for David. Yeah, I was trying to get him, my brother, there's a company called the Wand Company that makes Star Trek replica props.
oh, you're gonna get the tricorder?
The tricorder. You know,
Yeah.
I've been on the mailing list for the tricorder because it looks really cool.
Stop spending your money on stupid shit.
But you know, because he has the he already has the communicator that makes all the noise and lights and
Yeah.
moves with the effect and all that stuff. And so I thought a tricorder would be cool, but I'm every email I'm getting from them now is like, yeah, Amazon shipping goes up, or Amazon sales are live, pre-orders, blah blah blah. But there's always U.S. stuff. We can't do anything for you because we don't know what the tariffs are going to be. It's everything's changing too much for us to actually sell these things to you. So
Is that prop maker in the UK?
they're in the UK, but they, of course, like everybody else,
They make everything in
they
China.
make everything in China. Yeah.
Yeah. PAX East is there this weekend, dude. Take some video and send it to me. I will put it up on here. Yeah, I saw that tricorder. Adam Savage, I think, was looking
Yeah.
at it on his channel. He
Mhm.
gets all the cool stuff,
He does, and rightly so.
And you got the medical top on it where you got the little sensor you can wave around, and yeah, it looks like good Star Trek role play that you guys are into that. Maybe not the Star Trek part, but the role play are. Dathan's got a Zelda sword. Actually, Chris has got a Zelda sword. Do you still have your Zelda sword, Chris?
I do.
So you both of you guys have Zelda swords. You could do a LARPing thing with Zelda. Eric, do you have any? I see you have a guitar in the background, or you could pretend like you're
A Guitar Hero.
yeah,
Like you
you're
could
Guitar
play
Hero,
it. You
I
could
could
pretend you
I could pretend I'm good.
right? And I'm guessing Travis doesn't have any role playing stuff.
Yeah, I have a whole box of Dungeons and Dragons books, and
But anything
What
you can
else?
like wear, or like a costume or anything.
I feel like my life is going from one character to another, so I feel like I'm in a constant state of role playing, just getting around town. To be honest,
I've got one of those Master Effects lightsabers too. So I've got one of those.
Oh,
yeah.
does it change color?
No, it was before that came out. It's the original Mace Windu one.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, and then the Xbox portable device got leaked this week.
Oh.
I guess I should have pulled up a picture for that, but I think
Huh.
Meatball Saucy was excited, but I don't know. It didn't seem that. I don't know. I guess I'm just seeing what it looked like, but it was. I don't know. I wasn't that excited about. So, would you buy an Xbox portable if they came out with one? If it was Steam and download it gave you access to first Xbox to current console. What are you talking about? I lost you.
Oh, I think he's
There it
trying.
is.
I think he's trying to say if it gave you access to the original Xbox games all the way to
All the
current
way up.
games.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah, that'd be
if you
cool.
could play it backwards compatible.
Some of the Xbox stuff is backwards compatible, so a lot of that stuff, if it's they have it available where you can just stream it, that'd be really cool.
Well,
Has anyone played? Speaking of old games, has anyone played Daggerfall?
Yeah.
Is that good?
No.
Okay. Daggerfall 2?
Nope.
But Travis, point of reference here. Travis doesn't like much.
It's a small set
Well,
of things.
it's an Elder Scrolls. It was an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
All right.
So it was fine. It was just I played it when it came out. It was expensive, and it's the problem with the other Elder Scrolls games. It just didn't seem to have enough of a direction for me to really care about, and it wasn't intriguing enough to want to engage in the sandbox to find out what the story was for me to go follow. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
free on GOG, and I was wondering if it's worth,
Oh, free? No.
he I know where I've seen Travis in a game lately. It was Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. He's the guy that goes around going, "I don't know you, and I don't care to know you."
That's not true. The thing that I remember most about Daggerfall was at the time I worked in software pipeline, so video, computer game retailer, I guess, back in the day.
Yeah.
And the box for it was so like 1980s cheesy Euro metal trash, like art, and it had like when you moved it in the light, it had like it was foil. Like it had like a colored foil on it.
Sure.
And I remember working there and just being like, man, I'm going to buy that game because of that box has got me. And I was like, that is so stupid. This game's going to suck, but I'm still going to buy it. So I bought it. And then, yeah, like I said, it was the first Elder Scrolls I tried. I didn't try the first one, the Elder Scrolls Arena. I just tried that. And now looking back in all of them that I've tried, like I said, my problem with those games are there's not enough direction to get me into it, and the open world isn't cool enough for me to care about. Whereas like in Ultima, it was always cool enough to like go figure out what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. So maybe it is worth it. And you can play it so that then you can tell me that it's awesome and I'm wrong.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's free. Only thing you have to lose is your time.
Yeah.
which is free.
What's up, David? How you doing? I haven't heard a peep from you.
He's kind of
No,
quiet
I'm
today.
just tired.
Yeah.
He's just here so he won't get fined.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Nice. Who cares?
Or you could take the I don't know if you guys saw the John Cena interview after WrestleMania. Every question that was thrown his way, he's just like, that sounds like a clickbait question. Next.
Oh, those interviews after WrestleMania or whatever, those are all scripted too.
Oh, I know.
By the way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wrestling real?
Wrestling's fake.
They try to
on.
do like they're doing a
Hold
press
on a
conference with everyone. Yeah, let me answer questions here.
I believe the canonical answer is get in the ring and see how fake it is when somebody asks, is
Oh,
wrestling
hey.
fake?
There you go.
Yeah. See, I don't know. Oh yeah, you want to talk about arcades? What is there? There's nothing to talk about in home arcade. I really don't know what to talk about. I think Iconic Arcade. I'm gonna get billed first of next month for the other half of my Iconic Arcade. Is that still getting shipped? I have no idea.
Has anybody seen, sorry, this isn't home arcade necessarily, but it is pinball. Has anybody seen that multimorphic portal table in the wild anywhere? I'm
No.
mostly asking the chat because I don't think it's out here yet, if it's anywhere. It's probably on the East Coast first, but I haven't seen it.
Street Fighter XXL. Oh yeah, yeah. Is that the Iconic Arcade? You want a show? I already have a
when the
show. This
Portal
is the
one
show.
is going to come out, Eric.
Hmm?
Like I don't know when Portal is supposed to come out.
Is it? Maybe it's not even out yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it
I think
is.
I think it was at one of the pinball, conferences.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what's
So-
the game you guys are looking forward to that Steam's working on?
Half-Life 3?
Yeah, are you guys excited for that? Maybe.
Yeah,
If it's real.
if it's real, yeah. I've been psyched out so many times.
The only Half-Life I've played is Alex.
Ever?
Ever.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Because Half-Life 1 and 2 I wrote off as sci-fi trash.
I mean, it's not a movie; it's a game.
I know. I was just in a funk at that point in my life.
Sure, that's fair. We all
Where
have
I wanted
episodes.
nothing to do with it, and
That's good.
it felt like it was overhyped, and it was just Doom, and I've got Doom. Like that's how I felt at the time, right?
So
Sure.
stupid. I hate.
But I did really like Half-Life Alex.
Yeah. Let me ask you about that because I've played everything I think but that.
So opposite land.
Yeah. So maybe we can together we can form Voltron here.
Maybe you can tell me what the hell was going on in the story.
I don't remember. It's been 20 years. But the thinking back about playing those games, the overwhelming feeling I get about it is that they were very good at making you feel clever in all the games that I played.
Oh yeah.
Like you and of course everybody finds the same solution. You shoot the chain and the box releases and you can jump on the box and get out of the hole or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But you feel like you're the first person to ever do that. And every game was very good at giving you that feeling.
Okay.
Did that happen in Alex? Or can you remember?
So it's hard to frame that properly because I had been playing VR for a long time.
Sure.
And I think that you would get that feeling if it was maybe your first VR experience. And
So
you were
maybe
like,
this is
oh, I can whip that thing into my hand and I can throw it. And then that
right.
drops.
Right.
But it tells you to do that. It says, hey, maybe you could whip that thing into your hand
Oh
using
no.
that tool I just gave you and
Wait,
then
wait.
throw it at that bird and
Is it
it'll
a
drop
prompt
it.
after a long amount of time, or is it like, oh, this is how you play the game?
No,
right
no,
away
it's
they
more
tell you to
like
do?
this is how to use VR.
That's
Like,
too bad.
because you have to remember, I mean, it's not too bad in a way though, Eric, because it was the first AAA sort of budget title with real length. It's like 8 hours long, I believe, 6 hours long, that was in the VR platform. So Steam made it to try to sell the Valve Index.
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to have a lot of people who use it and barf because they get motion sick. So you got to try to combat that. You've
Right.
got a lot of people who are just going to be overwhelmed by what's going on and they're not going to know. And then they were probably assuming that you were going to have a lot of people who didn't know how to play games at all, but wanted to check out VR.
Yeah.
So they
Make
had
games
to
for
make
people
a
who know how to
game
play
try to
games.
go
That's
that
fair.
way. I know, but they didn't, right? So I
Yeah.
don't fault them for that because they were trying to sell a console.
But
And so I don't fault them.
Yeah, for selling a console, okay, fine. But from the perspective of somebody who wants to build a rig just to play flight sim games,
Yeah.
make games for people who want to play games.
There are those. I mean,
Yeah.
Microsoft Flight Simulator. I mean,
Sure.
although that's not really a game, it's an experience, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. Like there are games for that, but that one game to answer your question specifically, I think if it was your first time to VR,
Maybe.
and you were new to games, yes, you would
Mhm.
feel clever, even though it was telling you what to do. You
So-
would feel
so-
like you did work with your hands.
The only thing I'd want to tack on there is that, I played Half-Life late. I didn't play it right when it came out. I played it later. But even when and by that time I had played lots of video games. I mean, we've all been playing video games since we could hold a controller. And each one of those Half-Life games was very good at making you feel clever in different ways.
Yeah.
So it's not like the trick wore off.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, and I think that the answer to that is yes. If it was your first time in VR and you were relatively new to video games, because here's the thing about VR that a lot of people don't get is that VR has a weird way of tricking people into thinking that they accomplished something really.
Dude,
Not just in a video
Nathan,
game.
Nathan and I were playing VR
Uh-huh.
and when we were shooting each other on a platform game, whatever that was, like I was sweaty at the end of that. Like I did
Yeah.
exercise.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I did accomplish something. I got my heart rate up.
Right. And what I mean by that is there's a game called I think it's called Lone Echo, if I remember the name right, where you're on a spaceship. And the game really consists of going and doing work.
Yeah.
Like they tell you, like, hey, go outside and repair the ship. And then
Sure,
you go
yeah.
back in and they're like, oh no, there's
Flip
another
this
thing that needs to be
switch, turn
repaired.
this valve
Go
on,
do
whatever,
that.
yeah.
So it's a variation of fetch quests, but when you're doing the fetch quest, you've got to go turn cranks and pop something in here
Sure,
and do this. And after 5 minutes, you feel like you put in a good day's work.
Sure.
Like you're like, hey, I fixed that thing over there. That's pretty neat. I'm going to go get a job over here on the next spaceship,
Yeah,
like
you're
in real
shipping
life. And that is the interesting thing about VR. So going back to your question of does it make you feel clever, even though they're telling you what to do and it's not like legitimately a puzzle you have to solve, you may feel clever because you may feel like you accomplished something.
Sure.
Like in real life, as dumb as that sounds. And that's a cool thing with VR is sometimes it allows me to suspend my disbelief enough to where that trick works.
Yeah.
So that's the cool part about it. So yeah, I thought it was a good game. I did really enjoy it. I thought it was cool.
I want to play it.
There's a lot of things that going on in real life that don't make you feel clever, maybe.
Right,
And,
right. I was thinking when Travis said that, that maybe the fantasy that they're delivering to you is, and I often feel like I'm not. So this would be a good fantasy. to
Somebody
have, is that
appreciates the work you're doing.
somebody appreciates the work you're doing, and you're
Yeah,
very
yeah.
competent at doing it.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, that's worth something.
The problem with Lone Echo is that I had with it, where my suspension of disbelief always got shattered, was they're like, hey, go out into space here and go fix this thing, right? And you're like, all right, I'll go do that. And then you're just floating around in space, but really I'm standing there.
Yeah, you can be like, hey,
Then
I still
it's
have
like,
1G
yeah,
on
I'm
me. This
still
is weird.
there's still
Yeah.
gravity pulling me here, and there's the carpet below me, you know, like that sort of thing. But no, both those games are cool. Lone Echo and Half-Life Alyx, they're both
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna show. Did you guys? I did get a. I got a key to play a game this week. Did you
A game
guys?
key?
Yeah. Did you see this? I don't get these too often, but this is the one I got.
All right. What's
have
your
you guys?
review?
I'm not gonna play it.
What?
Why not? You're gonna play Grand Theft Auto 6. What's the difference
Oh,
here?
like mainly my
This
kids
drug
mainly
dealer
play
may be
my
likable.
Xbox. Like,
What about-
they're gonna ask me, like, Daddy, what is this game about?
Yeah,
And I'm like,
Then you sit the kids down and you say, it's time to start talking about earning for the family here.
Yeah,
I'm going to use a lot of electricity and contribute nothing to it.
Yeah, I hear there's a mod where you can put your kids and you can sell to them in the game. And then
maybe I should just give the key to Chris, and maybe he'll give us a review. But the other dumb thing is, I want a key before the game comes out. This game says it came out the 16th of April. It is now May 9th.
It's too old for you.
Yeah, like it's
too
done.
old for you to play this game.
Why they're giving? I'm like table scraps to them.
Okay, how about this? In 20 years, you give me the key.
Right.
I like how they tell you that you get a key worth $24.99 exclamation point ampersand in VSP semicolon.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not just
that's how we know
$24.99.
Yeah.
It's some special characters that didn't translate away from their web formatting.
Yeah.
So hey, whoever this publisher is, at least we're talking about you. Hashtag drug dealer simulator. And
Yeah,
okay, here's the other thing with that
I
game,
remember
guys.
that one, yeah.
You're gonna make a game about being a drug dealer. What kind of research goes into that game? Like, do you got to go undercover, or maybe these guys just know from firsthand experience, like that when they drug dealed when they were younger, like, or maybe they're still drug
dealt?
dealing, or did they just watch that show on FX or whatever all the time? Breaking Bad. Like,
There you go.
is that how this happened, or like I really want to know more.
What if
details.
you get the game and you find out, spoiler, you're just a farm tech?
Yeah.
And you just stand there and you're like, okay, what was his prescription number? Well, I'm going to have to call that in for a refill. You can use our automated phone system. Okay. It's $5 copay this time.
Yeah, and where do you go after Drug Dealer Simulator? Do you have Drug Dealer Simulator 2? Is there will there be a prostitution ring DLC? I'm not sure. But I have a lot of unanswered questions.
You're picking on a game. It's fair. I like your line of critiquing it, but you are just coming from starting the podcast with, "Hey, is everybody excited about Grand Theft Auto 6?" Because I am. Like, you did just start there, so I feel like there's some pot kettle black thing here.
There's the Grand Theft Auto 6. How many million views did that video get this week?
Yeah, this should be getting the same.
So a lot.
Yeah, but if your objections are moral, it doesn't matter how many views. Actually, the amount of views it gets is actually worse now.
Yeah.
Or maybe they watched a show. I know I got an idea for a crime scene cleanup game after watching CSI, but I didn't go anywhere with it. So
they're always listening.
What would be more offensive, the existence of this game or the developer reaching out to you for a review because he felt you were the perfect fit? Yeah, am I being typecast here? Mm-hmm. They looked at my channel and they said, "Oh, I know the game for that guy."
They see how addicted you are to the soundboard, and they're like, "I know the guy." I know,
but only after it's been out for about a month. Then we'll reach out.
Christ, my God.
Yep, exactly my point.
Do I look like a drug dealer to you guys?
Well, you do like Grand Theft Auto, so
Yeah.
I do like Grand Theft Auto, and there is some drug dealing in that game, I guess.
Yeah, there was when I played it. Yeah,
maybe that's the keyword that they heard was Grand Theft Auto 6, and they were immediately like,
"Yeah, that could be
gamer."
That could be.
Yeah, they're
Somebody
looking
the podcast audio.
They're using ChatGPT to scrub YouTube videos for keywords, and Grand Theft Auto 6 was one of them. And like,
Well, now what they can know, what if they're going to scrape audio? I'm here to say I'm all about Goat Simulator. I've never played it,
Oh, Goat Simulator is great.
so if there's any free passes to be given, this guy will review it.
For Goat Simulator.
Yeah, for Goat Simulator.
1 or 3.
I don't care. I'll try any of them.
Yeah, I like.
I've heard great
There's
things.
no Goat Simulator 2 because they decided they're too cool for 2. They're gonna skip it.
Yeah.
Right to 3.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Although it's a ripoff of the old Sierra jokes, right?
Yeah,
Right.
still funny.
It's still funny though. Yeah.
Because they did it. Sierra just talked about it. They actually did it.
No, Sierra skipped, didn't they? Yeah, they skipped Leisure Suit Larry. Skipped a
Oh,
game.
did they?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, that's right. Leisure Suit Larry is a Sierra game.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is. Microsoft owns all those now.
That is correct.
Is that what you do in GTA? I don't.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I'll play. I'll only play it if the graphics are really good.
Fair enough.
I don't care about the story.
You and Eric,
I wonder.
two people exactly alike.
Actually, you know what would be more interesting than Drug Dealer Simulator would be drug
User
dealer-
Simulator?
No, I was thinking of being a drug trafficker.
Drug User Simulator. That's like when I play Balatro because I just sit there and nod off.
Just keep playing. Keep
Yeah,
playing it
I
until
just
you fall
play. I
asleep.
just push a button, nod off. My wife pokes me in the side, says, "Are you breathing?" Yeah. She gives me some Narcan.
Do you usually like tap your arm beforehand when you're playing
Yeah.
Balatro?
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Like,
hooking up the Balatro.
Although Blueprints one that was that was in risk of not being able to return it because I nodded off and fell asleep almost as long as the
Too
hours.
long, yeah, too many
Yeah,
hours.
Steam only lets you have 2 hours before you can return it of gameplay time.
Oh, yeah. I think J Rod's on something there.
J-Rod might have made the game, and that's where you got your free pass from.
I always see stuff
Wait.
online about how these guys are smuggling the drugs in across the border, and you gotta pack it a certain way, so make sure the cops don't figure it out or whatever.
Are you reading hint guides for this game that you got? Just download the game and play it for real. Shouldn't have to look it up before jumping
Daddy,
in.
what is this game about? I don't know.
Does the question I have is, does Human Trafficker lead to Taken? Do you get to play as Liam Neeson going and like getting your daughter back from Human Trafficker?
That's another DLC.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to pay extra for that. That's like the whole hostage thing. All right, what does Dathan want to talk about? He's so quiet. How can we get him riled up?
He wants
I'm
to talk
gonna,
about going
I'm
to
gonna
sleep.
I'm gonna be stepping out here in a few. I got stuff to do tomorrow, so
Yeah.
I'm going out of town again.
Oh no. Well, no. I mean that's good, right?
Yeah, I got your NBA Jam right here.
I know.
Pretty nice.
We'll get it figured out. Eric's
I'll measure it. I'll measure it.
generous enough for us to go down and pick it up, and so we'll get it taken care of.
Yeah, we'll have to make a little video for you guys picking it up and giving it a test run. I know I was. Who was talking about Cornercade was talking about how we never talk about home arcade. Well, there we go. I'm selling my home arcades.
I saw the Arcade 1-Up Thrift Edition earlier.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh yeah, where did I? That's not even a home arcade. Let me get that really quick.
I mean, it's in someone's home, and it looks like an arcade. I beg to differ.
Give me a second. Save image.
My memory of the 80s isn't too off from that, so...
Well, I mean, you're 20 years behind everybody, so you're
That's
closer
true.
to 'em.
That's true. It's much closer, but much higher resolution than yours is.
There we go. Yeah, this looks like a winner.
It's legit.
Yeah.
J-Rod, would you buy this?
That's so
Huh?
bad.
New Arcade 1-Up dropped.
Yeah,
This is actually a good concept. Like you could totally bring this to CES,
Mhm.
and you hide that joystick thing, and someone comes up to it and like, "Whoa, this is really cool." And that's how Arcade One Up got its start, pretty much.
It is really
is
cool.
so-
I am
yeah.
genuinely, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't have Pac-Man as the main title. I would choose something else.
What would you
Like-
choose?
E.T.
Galaga.
E.T. would be cool.
Galaga with the stupid handle that obscures your view of the
I
thing
think-
you're trying to play.
Yeah.
It does do that.
Yeah, J-Rod, you'd buy this, right? And I bet the price point would be actually pretty affordable. Like, how much would you charge for this whole contraption? I think the most expensive thing here is the TV.
Is
and
it a
those are hard-
Trinitron? If it's a Trinitron, those
Yeah,
are
if it's
going up.
Yeah.
they're
Those
expensive.
are worth something.
Yep.
So maybe you don't have that big TV in there. Maybe you just put a little computer monitor.
Huh?
Cornercade, would you buy this? I think he fell asleep. What about Jason? Jason, are you here? Did you buy
Well,
that?
you can see that they got wood that the
And there's a
TV's
little-
sitting on. So I don't
There's
think
a little
the car-
stool next to it, so you can, you can get a little higher. Was this just an early prototype for basic fun? Okay. See, they were onto something.
I mean, somebody could sell the cardboard as just something. You want to make yourself a home arcade? Here you go.
See, and you don't need to have like really fancy graphics, and you go to those third-party sites. You can do it yourself with a marker, and just be steady. Have steady hands, and you got this.
We could sell kits.
This is why of all the home arcade machines, the claw machine is the superior machine. You
Why is
can't
Ryan
just
trying to?
make a claw machine with just some cardboard and a TV screen and a little joystick.
That's probably another game. Saying Spirits is Pimp Simulator. I probably don't. I don't know if I'd be good at that game.
There already was one.
Was there?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I'm
Pimp
sure
it
Steam
ain't
has
easy, but
a
it sure is
simulator of
fun.
everything.
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, it looks like it has a good coin door. I agree. Some of those early
Same.
arcade one-ups did not have a working coin door.
Ryan's trying to advertise this so aggressively because this is actually in his back room, and he's just gonna
this is actually
put
from
it
my
up on
house.
Craigslist. Yeah, he's just trying to get a buyer right now.
Yeah.
Come on,
He's
guys,
probably-
it's worth easy $1,000.
He's
Yeah.
calling it NBA Jam.
Yeah, I did actually
Eric and
send
David are
Dathan
gonna show
a
up and
picture.
He's gonna be like, actually,
That
here it is.
that one behind him is actually just photoshopped in. It's not real.
Yeah, this whole background. I've got a green screen here. Anything else should we talk about tonight? So next week, we're going to be on Galaga Guy's show, and it'll be a little early for us, but we're looking forward to that. Did Galaga Guy fall asleep? He probably did.
Here's one little last nugget, I guess, is I returned that DualSense controller I got, the DualSense Edge Black, because it kept clicking nonstop when I was playing games. And right when I returned it, they released a hotfix to Indiana Jones, which is a game I've been playing. And I looked in the hotfix notes, and one of the bug fixes was that it resolved an issue with incessant clicking on the DualSense controllers when used with a PC. So I went and I bought the controller again, so now I have it back. So yeah, I never once would have thought that it was the game that did it. But yeah, when you're playing the game, I thought it was just the controller, but it would just sit there and just go click, 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 click. Then it'd stop. And then you'd turn a corner and it just click, 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 click. And you could feel it, hear it. It was just annoying. Apparently the Indiana Jones game on Steam had that as a bug. So there's the fun of being a PC
Oh,
gamer.
I do have something I want to show Dathan. Let's see, share screen.
It's Transformers 86.
No, we were always talking about these conventions and how they're getting all these people. Dathan, have you seen this website?
Heck yeah. Got Cassandra Peterson.
Yeah. So this is called CelebWorks. It's a website. If you own a convention, how to sign people to come to your convention.
Sure.
Oh, so now we can figure out what it costs to book them, and then we
It
can
doesn't
just hire one of them to come onto our
Yes,
podcast.
it doesn't list like their prices, like you have to email them directly, but these are all the people that are available to come to your convention for some fee.
So how much is Denise Richards? I mean, we were all thinking it.
Yeah, let's see.
I was thinking that I can set up a convention right here. And then we can hire her to come over here, and then we can have her on the show for an hour and a half.
She could play the claw game. The show's right
Oh
themselves,
yeah.
Ryan.
Well, then we got to get her out to
Right.
Ryan's house.
Can you guys still
Yeah,
see
totally.
this? Let's see. All right. What do we want to look up? Dathan, have you
just
seen
said.
this?
I have seen this, yes.
You've seen it, Dathan.
What should we look up here? There's Don
just click on somebody.
Bluth. Wow. What are you guys into? Marvel Universe. You guys are into Marvel. Maybe these guys aren't like top tier though.
Clicking. Elvira's top tier.
Where was Elvira?
Cassandra Peterson.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think Engelbert Humperdinck might be a good one.
Yeah, Engelbert Humperdinck is a pretty big name. Like, it's a pretty big name. It's a lot of letters.
We could set up some tulips for. Never mind.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
90s nostalgia.
That was Tiny Tim anyway. Right.
Yeah, go to 90s nostalgia.
Shoot. Some of these people are like animation. There's a lot of animation stuff.
So really, they should call it.
Oh,
maybe not celebrities.
You know, okay. My bad, you guys. It's not sharing the right screen. Hold on.
That's not. I see nothing.
There we go. Here we go.
Oh.
Can you guys see that?
Hey, you can get Barry Bostwick.
I gotta make it bigger. Hold on.
All right.
Okay.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what should we pick up? What should we click on?
Hots.
Hots?
No, there is no hots category. I guess you better go with just 90s nostalgia.
I was just clicked on that. What's 80s? Barry Bostwick. That'd be cool. But yeah, so if you own, maybe we just need to have our own. Oh, Ed Begley Jr. That'd be cool. He's cool. So we just need to make our own convention, and we can have all these guys show up.
Yeah. I bet you though that it's a cost to have them go, and then on top of that, you've got to talk about like what kind of traffic they're going to get for.
Yeah, you'd have to pay for their hotel and all this. Priscilla Presley.
Oh, yeah, from Naked
She's
Gun.
still alive? Guess so.
It doesn't say anything about them showing up alive.
Yeah.
Well,
from what we saw of that sad documentary, you know. They might just be pushing some of these people around.
Anyway.
But yeah, it doesn't actually tell you, does it? If you click, it doesn't tell you at all with like what their actual like rate is.
Can you guys still see my screen here?
Yeah, you're on SummerCon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. They announced some new people, so I could click on that real quick.
Oh, yeah?
I thought they did. Oh, the lady from... well, there's two people from Andor going to be there now.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you guys want to talk about Andor, the last couple of episodes, I'm caught up.
I'm not there yet.
Up yet.
It's
First
so
two.
good.
It's very
Yeah.
good.
I'm waiting to redo my entertainment room, and then I'm gonna start watching it.
That's cool. Dude, Tori Spelling?
Yeah. Are you a big Tori Spelling fan?
So ever since 90210, hell yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what you got to do? You got to get. Wait, no. Brian Austin Green. That wasn't her IRL husband, was it? He was
How
the guy that
old-
was married to Megan Fox, right?
I
Was
don't
she?
know.
How old? How much to rub baby oil on Elvira? Elvira, how much? She's like 80 years old.
It doesn't matter. People
You
need
don't want to
baby
be
oil.
doing that. Don
Yeah.
Bluth is awesome.
Yeah, Brian Austin Green was
She
married to
needs to
Megan Fox.
moisturize even more.
Yeah, I know that one, but what about the Tori Spelling?
She'd
They
appreciate
were in
it.
that TV show together. I thought that they were like a real life couple, but maybe I'm totally wrong on that.
Oh, Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric should go meet him. That'd be cool.
I guess.
You're a Saved by
No,
the Bell fan.
Tori Spelling's never been with Brian Austin Green.
No, well.
She was married.
She's in the picture with
She
him
has
right
been
here.
with Ryan Green, though.
Well, it was because they were 90210 together.
Wow,
She doesn't look like herself anymore.
she doesn't look good.
No.
Yeah, she
She
doesn't.
looks like Kim Kardashian kind of.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
Hey, 80 years old. She's still warm.
Is she 80?
Yeah,
How
we're
old
still
is Tori
talking about
Spelling?
Andrew Peterson. We're still.
Keyboard Chris, how old is Tori Spelling?
Tori Spelling?
She's probably like 52 or something, 51.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
51.
Wow.
Bam.
Okay.
Yeah.
51.
Yeah. No, she's.
You can tell because of the headshot over here in the center. That's 51.
How much is Tori Spelling gonna? How much is she gonna cost for a photo op?
Probably too much because I think that her whole career is her
Not on
thinking
here
that
yet.
she was too much, even though really her dad is the reason that she had a career.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Wait.
she's probably going to price tag it at 115
You think so?
and be one of the probably.
Are you suggesting nepotism's a thing in Hollywood?
I
don't
wasn't even
believe-
going there.
No, that's
I
wrong
was
with
just- I
LeBron
was saying
James.
though that she just has a big head on her,
I don't believe that at all.
She looks good for 73. I mean, can we at least agree on that?
Duh. I totally party with Elvira.
Yeah. I mean, that for the story alone, like set aside how
The story.
much charisma she has as a person, just the story would be good.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
I'd want her to be
As not
as
Elvira,
Elvira.
she's
I don't want her
hilarious.
to be her normal self, though.
You don't know
You
her
want her
normal
to be
self.
both.
I'm just happy to be in there somewhere.
Yeah. You want 1 hour with Elvira, then 1 hour with just her normal self.
All right.
She's like, yeah. She's
Only
like,
if Humperdinck's there too.
Humperdinck. I
Did
barely
they
even
have
know her.
Elvira?
dude.
Did they have her listed as 90s nostalgia? Is that the category you were looking at? No, she wasn't in there, right?
I think she was under 80s.
Yeah, because I think the Elvira movie came out in the 80s. The TV show, I think, was like earlier than that, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe it was 80s.
She looks younger right here.
Well,
of course,
I mean,
professional
yeah,
headshot they use to
yeah.
sell themselves looks really good. Of course, that's true.
Yeah. But for her age, I'm telling you, she looks healthy.
Would.
Now, if she was at a convention, would Dathan go get a picture with her?
She's probably been to a lot of
You're not
them
an
in
Elvira
there,
person?
right?
I saw her a few months ago
Yeah.
at a convention, so
Oh, he sees her like every couple of weeks, so it's like no big deal.
I see you guys every week, so
He probably texts her every couple of months.
you're
Touch base.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
What celebrities does Dathan want to see? That's kind of what I want to know.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah, no, he doesn't
Really?
like Mark Hamill.
He really likes that $700 price tag.
Oh, yikes.
Now, how much how much did Mark Hamill cost to get an autograph? Is 200 or something, right? Or 700? My God.
Yes.
Hey, you got to pay for.
It's a true story. I'm not
You got
lying.
to you got to pay for your retirement. These Transformers fans are nuts.
I never paid for it. I never spent anything on. I don't think I've ever bought anything Star Wars, like pictures or anything like that. Thinking about
Nothing.
it. No autographs or pictures or.
He's been.
Is
What
it-
about Batman the animated series? He's could do Joker stuff.
Yeah.
What else was he in?
He was a good Joker.
He was a good Joker, but not $700
No.
autograph Joker though.
Aside from Star Wars,
I don't think Heath Ledger's a 7. Like he even
Well,
but
He
aside
would
from
be,
Star
but-
Wars and then the Joker, and then the bit part in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I think he was in that one, or maybe it was one of those.
yeah.
What has Mark
Yeah.
Hamill been in?
He's done a lot of voice acting.
Chris
outside
knows.
of
Has he?
Joker. Yeah.
Okay.
He was also in the old Flash TV show.
Yeah.
What was he? As the Jester, I think. I mean, he really reaches when it comes to the characters he portrays and everything.
Okay.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
he's-
and then when he shows up in Andor season episode 9, that was crazy.
He's there's that new Stephen King movie, The Long Walk.
Yeah.
He's in that.
They're
Is
making
he?
that
Okay.
into a movie?
Yep, they released a trailer for it this week.
Huh. I read that in like middle school.
Yeah.
A lot of people really were excited for it when the trailer. I was like, "Oh, we're just gonna watch a group of people walk."
Well, it's a little more than that, but okay.
It's a long walk. Yeah.
I mean that's the way the trailer looked was.
It's more of a forced march, but whatever, it's fine.
A
Yeah.
long walk off a short pier.
It's not just a trip down to the Circle K, it's a long walk.
Yeah. It's the next
It's not
Circle
a-
K over.
It's not a long
Yeah.
walk to the cue ball that's got.
The Trickster, that was the guy's name.
The Trickster. I just was wondering because I didn't know if he was if it was a case of, he had his one moment and then that just because it caught fire with fans and all that stuff, that's been enough to do the career or not. I wasn't sure if he continued really acting or not.
Yeah, it was for him. It's been mainly voice acting because he had that. Was it the car accident after A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back?
After
It was before
Star-
Empire.
Yeah, it was before Empire, but after Star Wars.
Yeah. And he had to have some surgery done, and a lot of people were like, apparently.
No, that was the ice monster, man.
He's got 377 credits in IMDb. He does a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
So
mostly
maybe the
voice
$700 is justified, Dathan.
So probably a bunch of stuff that I don't recognize as him, which is to his credit,
He was recently in the 2022 Kids in the Hall. He was in an episode of that.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
All right, guys, I got a jet.
Good night, Dathan.
All right, take it easy, buddy.
I will see you.
Have a good
all
week, man.
Okay,
when I
let's
see
not
you.
talk about Dathan. Let's not talk
I'll,
bad about him when he leaves. Okay, guys.
I'll try to get some. I'll try to get a few videos of my thing I'm going to tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
So and I'll send them over.
Where are you going?
So. Oh, I didn't tell you guys.
No.
I'm going to an anime convention
What?
with my buddy, my
Yeah.
coworker.
Ooh, where's it at?
Yes.
Down in
Yeah,
Oh,
Eugene.
nice. Cool. And so they're going to have the maid cafe?
No, unfortunately not. The maid cafe will not be
Man.
cards. It's
What a jip.
they have a couple X-Men 97 cafes.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, there you go.
That's the sound I was
Yeah.
looking for. You're going to
That's
another
cool, man.
convention
So-
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, you should have fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hope
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But I gotta get up at like 5:30 tomorrow.
All
All right.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun. So I'll take some videos and all that fun stuff. I'll post it in the Discord.
Nice. Well, have a safe trip, man. Have fun.
Okay, say hi to your furry friends for
Yeah,
me.
say hi to Chris for me.
Yes, we're going to see Chris. He's got a booth set up
Awesome.
down there. So,
All right.
all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Travis,
Yeah.
Mark Hamill was a voice actor in Icewind Dale: Heart of Winter. You play that one?
Is that the first one or the second one?
I think it's the.
Or is it
I think
the
it's
expansion?
DLC, I think, or whatever expansion pack.
I don't think I did.
Okay, well he's in that. Oh, he was in Wing Commander. I remember that.
I did play Wing Commander.
Yeah. He was in the live.
That
action.
is right. He was in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why I thought that he didn't
No,
have
I
a
wouldn't
career
look at
was because he was in Wing Commander.
It's fair.
You know what I mean? But Christopher Walken was in The Ripper, and I never thought he didn't have a career.
That's also.
I just
correct.
thought that he had a bad manager at the time.
I thought the Ripper was bad.
Yeah, it was. But that's why it's awesome. Go and watch the YouTube videos of The Ripper. They're rad. They are, because
Bet they
somebody
are.
played through it, dude. They're rad.
Oh,
And I challenge you to
Cornercade.
not say that they're not good.
Cornercade, did you see? We were talking about Home Arcade and you missed it. Let me bring it back.
Well, he's booking a celebrity for the show.
Yeah.
What?
Which celebrity?
Did we watch
All right.
Galaga Guy's stream? I mean, I didn't. Obviously, I was out. But
All right, Cornercade, are you gonna get this? I'm booking a celebrity for the show.
Yeah. Question is, what celebrity?
It's not you. All right, but yeah, Cornercade. Like, what are your honest thoughts about this thing? Because like, do you think this is legit, or do you think he's probably charging too much? I don't know. What do you think of the graphics? I don't know.
He says he's seen it before.
Do you think it comes with a fuel? I've seen this before. Of course he has. He's seen everything Home Arcade. Anyway, all right. All right.
Oh, hey. It's about that time. I forgot to mention to you guys, if you really want the best viewers, you really should head over to streamboo.com. You make sure not to put a space between the O and the .com, though.
Travis, I want to put a space in there, though.
No, Eric, you got to remove the space.
But you posted it with a space in there.
I did not post it. This is my dear friend nearby Amber, PDM. But the thing that I would say is when you're going to want to put the space in there, don't remove the space at Flickfistify P2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, like and subscribe nearby Amber PNL.
That's right.
Yeah, Jason, how come you didn't tell me to block this person?
Wait, what do you mean? Don't click that link.
Block him.
Wait,
that's our sponsor.
But that's where the viewers are.
Yeah.
You get the best viewers out there.
You probably gave that guy. They gave that guy to a list for Cornercade, but you didn't give it to me. So, all right. Oh, here's another one. What? They were getting hit hard now. They know what you're talking about. This a custom mid doubling QR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please like and subscribe. Smash that like button at custom doubling QR.
How many spaces do I insert, though? I'm still
confused. It depends on if you want the best viewers. It depends on the grade of viewers. If you want mediocre viewers, about 3 spaces.
What if you don't remove the space?
That's going to be tier 1 viewers.
What if I want to remove the space?
And which space are we talking about? Are we removing the space before the @ or after the .com?
Thank you, Cornercade. Is this guy going to give me a like? That's all I want to know.
Yeah,
he's on Twitch.
Well, really, the secret level is found by actually going to streamboospace.com, parenthesis, remove with no space,
Streamboo,
followed by the with no space, and then space with no space, no space, then close parenthesis.
Hey,
that'll get you to the underwater secret world.
You guys are my stream boos.
Yeah,
Hashtag no space.
that's right.
Hashtag remove the space.
I mean, they might all be bots, to be honest. The only one I've met is Meatball, so I don't know.
Meatball Saucy's fun.
Well, I can vouch
we're waiting
for
on
Meatball's a legitimate person. Everybody else, who knows?
Yeah, Jason. Oh, maybe Jason's behind that guy.
Oh, that's Twitch stuff.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, I don't mess with Twitch stuff, you guys.
Well, how many spaces do I have to add to get the best viewers that wear cat ears?
3.
3 spaces, okay.
3 spaces.
Because those are the best viewers I want, is people wearing cat ears.
Oh, we're learning things about Travis tonight.
Yeah.
What if they only have cat paws?
Nope.
No
cat paws are
ears?
straight out, and I want no meowing, just cat ears.
What would Dathan say to that? Where's my?
Stop spending your money on stupid stuff.
Yeah.
So stupid. I hate this one.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Oh,
I would have been all over that place, that thing tomorrow if there was going to be a maid cafe.
Yeah, he didn't invite us. How come he didn't invite us?
Well,
we're not cool.
You got a link. Yeah.
Wow.
Saying Spirits is a bot.
Yeah, on the chat it was showing up as purple, and I thought he was a bot for a second.
There we go. Dark Empire's got the cat ears. Best viewer, and I didn't have to go to Stream Boot. Not that I would ever not want to, because we want the best viewers.
That's where you go.
Yeah.
Streamboot, removethespace.com.
Yeah. I am, they gotta respect our sponsor. First sponsor we get. It's pretty good. Yeah. We're gonna have to create like a segment for it. Like, we'll talk about what did you play this week? Sponsored by streamboot.com.
Well, that's what an hour.
Do I want to go and look at what streamboot.com?
No, you don't.
Oh,
because you don't want to know what the best viewers are.
Oh, it's oh god.
Now he's infected his computer.
Yep.
Grow your Twitch follower. I don't want to grow my Twitch followers fast.
No, but these are where you get the best. If you did
Twitch followers,
want to grow them fast, this is better than everybody else because these are the best followers.
Why is it only rated 4.7 out of 5?
Well, because you can't give it a 5 because where are you going to go from there?
Yeah, if it was 5 out of 5.
Uh-oh.
Like that would seem too fake.
Nobody
wants.
Oh, sweet! It's our friend. Welcome to our site. If you need help, simply reply to this message. Yeah, I need help. Where do we start?
Oh, there's a chat. There's an AI chat thing.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right. How much do you think a Twitch follower is?
Well.
Oh, geez.
Not much.
200. Chris, you could do this.
Why would I pay for followers?
Well, you don't have any.
All my 87 subscribers are organic. I haven't had to pay for anyone.
I would argue that by having to subject yourself to Twilight, you paid dearly.
Yeah,
to get your followers.
Yeah, that was actually you paying.
Okay, so I went and saw a movie the other day called Rosario.
Huh.
I'm not going to put a video review up because the movie was so awful at the end of it. I couldn't stop laughing at how.
Why are you changing the subject about this?
Because I'm not buying Twitch followers.
And you can Winnie the Pooh it while wearing cat ears. That's neither here nor there.
No, okay. So you can buy Twitch followers, but I actually want Twitch viewers. How much is that? That's more money.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
Like, who are these people?
They're not people.
Are you sure?
You get instant delivery and
They're
no
just
password
like
is
me.
required.
How do we know
a robot.
they're not like Chinese?
There's no
they're
tariff prices.
sophisticated.
Because it's cheaper to make bots, and the Chinese know how to make bots.
Is it?
That's what they do.
I thought, you know,
Oh, hold on. FAQ. Go to the FAQ.
maybe we could have him mine Bitcoin or something while we're doing it.
Click the FAQ.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the FAQ?
It'll up there at the
okay.
top. It'll answer all our
Okay.
questions. Are they real people? Is it safe to buy Twitch followers? Okay. Well, who knows? Depends. If you get them blood tested.
Can Twitch ban my
Twitch
account?
ban my account for buying followers? That's neither here nor there. What information do we need to offer followers? What?
Yeah, that's a.
It's
a weird
simpler.
question.
It's simpler, Eric. And growing your followers.
Is it illegal to buy Twitch followers, you guys? No.
No. But make sure you buy real Twitch followers.
All right.
Did you see that? They're warning you up there.
They're out of Ohio. Out of Ohio.
You think so?
Yeah, they're not even out of China.
Isn't that?
Let's look up that address.
Isn't that where
About
Gallagher
Us.
guy is from? Is Ohio?
Yeah, from that road actually. Go to About Us.
No, I'm gonna go to MapQuest and put in that address.
Well, do it on Google Maps so you can see the business.
Oh, can you do?
You want
can you guys
Street
still
View?
see my? Can you guys still see? my screen?
Yeah, but you need Street View.
I don't have.
If you go to
That's
Google,
my
it'll
address
Street
right
View.
now.
If you click on, is it the bottom right one? I believe.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Turn around. Turn around.
Can you guys see this?
See, that's nothing.
What?
It's China. They gave you a bogus address.
Doesn't oh, I know who this is. This is Gallagher guy 88. He lives in Ohio.
No, we know that.
Does he live
but he
there?
doesn't live in a field. Maybe he does actually.
Oh, no, there it is right here. What is this?
A barn. It's a tractor.
This is the business right here, you guys. Oh.
Yep. I think you entered the address in wrong. Go back. You got the address wrong. Because you're on US 22. That doesn't run through Ohio.
This one does.
No. What? You're muted.
There we
There
go.
you go.
This has been a fun show, you guys. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I want to see the real place.
Yeah, now we know what Gallagher guy does for a living. We'll bring it up with him next week.
I've never seen our sponsor Streamboo and Gallagher guy in the same place at the same time.
Yeah, it's true.
It's kind of interesting that when he comes on the show, we lose our sponsor.
I've never seen our sponsor and Gallagher guy in the same room at the same time.
Nope.
It's true.
Kind of interesting.
You never see Clark Kent and Superman at the same time.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Well, Streamboo's good to go.
Any final thoughts, Chris? Are you pushing anything this week?
I just watched it today. Was the John Wick documentary, Wick is Pain. Really good. It's an interesting look at how the movie was almost not made.
John Wick?
Yeah.
John Wick.
Who saved that? Some famous person.
Eva Longoria.
Yeah, she saved it.
She came in at the very end and gave him $6.5 million to make it. And if
I actually thought that Streamboo saved it.
It wasn't Streamboo, it was a bunch of Twitch followers.
Well, you buy the reviewers to go,
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I never put it together.
Uh-uh.
I was putting a space in between there. I guess,
Yeah,
the
it's a
whole
problem. Don't put a space between Keanu Reeves. It's all Keanu Reeves. Just there.
And I'll probably put up movie reviews for I'm going to see Clown in the Cornfield.
Oh yeah, that's supposed to be a good horror movie,
Yeah, let's
right? Like, isn't it getting some hype?
That's where
Yeah.
Stream Boo is located. Is cornfield.
That's right. It's yeah.
The CEO is a clown.
Was the Monkey movie any good? The Stephen King adaptation, was that any good?
Yeah. The monkey was actually pretty decent.
Was it pretty
Uh,
fun? Okay.
I think one of the reasons that one works so well is because of how over the top all the
Yeah.
death scenes were in the movie.
Okay, cool. So then my kid might like it. She liked Evil Dead Rise and all that stuff for just how gratuitous it was. So
Yeah.
I think that'll be up her alley then. Okay.
Yeah, it's every one of them was just over the top.
We're trying to make our way through Abigail. We got halfway through and then she fell asleep. It's clearly a slow build. But yeah, that's the one that we're on right now. So cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that one in mind.
All right. Eric needs to watch Andor, and let's talk about it next week, maybe. Or
I need to watch Andor.
I'm out next week.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Eric's out next week.
I've got that fundraiser.
We'll talk about the Mark Hamill
What are you
stuff
raising
in
funds
Andor,
for?
and yeah,
It's my voice music gala.
Oh yeah, good cause.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys want to donate money, that's a good cause. I'm looking right at you, sponsor.
okay. Thank you, Stream Boo, for sponsoring tonight's video. Remove the space. You guys, be sure to like this video. We do appreciate you guys. Thank you, everyone. J-Rod, Saying Spirits, Jason, Little Alien, Thor KC, Dark Empire was actually here tonight. Thank you, Cornercade, and then the stream bots. Thank you.
Consider removing the space between you and our Discord, which you can find here.
Mm-hmm. Ding.
That's right. Everyone join the Discord. And we'll see you next week on Galaga Guy 88's channel.
Yeah, I will try to make it, but it's going to be early, so you guys are going to have to bug me to get on. Like, send me a reminder if you don't mind, because that's early for me.
Yeah, we got to wake up Travis.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right.